Hello, this is your host, and tonight's scary story was sent in by a user. It's titled, Cry, Cry, Little Baby. Let's begin. It was a cold winter night. The wind was whistling through the cracks of my window. I was home alone since my parents were on a business trip abroad. I was snuggled up on the couch watching TV when I heard a knock on the front door. I ignored it since no one ever came to our house. My mom always said that we lived in a friendly neighborhood full of smiling faces. So when someone knocked on our door, it was odd. I continued watching TV. Then I heard footsteps near the front door. Whoever was there began to walk around the house. I got scared and turned off the TV. Maybe I should have just called the police at that point, but I didn't. Instead, I grabbed my phone and hid under my blanket. I tried to convince myself that it was just a lost puppy or something. After a while, the footsteps went away and I heard the front door open. I peeked out from under the blanket and saw a dark figure standing in the doorway. It was a man. I screamed and he took a step back. I do want to know what he looked like, because at that point, I turned and ran into my room. I locked the door and leaned against it, trying to calm my breathing. Then I heard a knock on my bedroom door. "Who's there?" I asked, my voice shaking. "Let me in," he said. "Please, let me in." His voice sounded sad and desperate. "Go away," I said. "Leave me alone." He began to bang on the door. "Let me in. I promise I won't hurt you. Please." I screamed and curled up in the corner of my room. I could hear his heavy breathing through the door. "Let me in. I want to play with you." His words sent shivers down my spine. "No," I whispered, burying my face in my hands. I closed my eyes, wishing I was somewhere else. Suddenly, the doorknob began to turn. I watched in horror as the door slowly opened. There he was, a man covered in blood. I don't remember much after that. I think I blacked out because the next thing I knew, I was in the hospital. The police arrived at my house after I called 911. The man had been stabbed several times and he was lying on the floor in a pool of blood. When they searched the house, they found more victims, all brutally murdered. They were my parents. Apparently, they had come home early to find this guy breaking into our house. He had killed them and was now hiding in my room, waiting for me to come home so he could kill me too. The police also found out that this man had been following my parents and I for weeks. He had taken pictures of us and even made a list of things he wanted to do to me. The most terrifying part is that he had written my name on the list. The day after the funeral, I moved in with my aunt and uncle. I couldn't stay in that house. The police caught the guy who did all this, but I'm still scared. Every time I close my eyes, I see the man covered in blood. I keep replaying the moment he opened the door and took a step toward me. I will never forget the look in his eyes. It was like he had no soul. I'm only 16 and I feel like my whole life is ruined. I will never forgive myself for not calling the police when I heard someone breaking into our house. I could have stopped him from killing my parents. I could have saved them. I keep blaming myself and I don't think it's going to stop anytime soon. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this horror story, please leave a like and comment below. If you want to hear more stories like these,